Gmail addresses, the email comes back saying that my emails are considered spam or this kind of stuff. Anyway, if you don't receive my emails, I send emails to you, to the group, usually on Wednesday, so late you can't imagine, something like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I usually send all the material for the lesson on the Thursday, so tonight. Then usually on Saturday, I prepare all the notes and the links and etc. And very often, either on Saturday evening or Sunday, I send I always go, oh, thank God, that's good, Antonella. So on a Sunday, I send the other emails. So if by any chance, check your spam if you don't see my emails. And if you don't receive anything, just write to me. And I have another address. I have an account with Gmail and I send you everything. Another thing, some of the new students were asking me where to find the audios. So the audios, I always send a link to my Dropbox, and you find all the BBC news, my husband's recordings and etc. On my Dropbox. When we watch videos, usually when I send the notes and etc., you usually find the link to the video so you can see it directly. Usually there are, you find them on the BBC and etc. I should be quite okay. Any questions? Is everything clear? Oh, another thing. I think one of you wanted to share my Dropbox link. I don't want to share it with anybody because otherwise you can change it and you can add things and etc. So the only thing you got to do, you click on Dropbox on the link and you can download absolutely everything. Okay, I hope it's clear. If you have any queries, just write to me. Right, so we can start the lesson now. Gosh, I was reading the front pages of some newspapers, and guess what? You know, we watched about the interview with Prince Andrew last week. Now the book, I think, has come out, and the photo of Prince Andrew and the woman is on the front page of most newspapers. So, you know, if I find something else, I'll prepare a lesson. This evening we got the news. We've got number 4, the fourth lesson about the language. Can you drop Maria Antonietta? You always find it. I haven't got it now. Wait a minute, I'll find it. What did it tell me? Well, I'll get it for you. Only pop and emails. Okay. Okay. And this is the link.
Sorry.
Okay, found it.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I wasn't there last lessons. I'm new, so I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you my address and you can write to me, and I'll send you all the material, all the stuff we have already done. This is the link to my Dropbox where you can download all the audios we are going to use, and I'll give you my address.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Juliana, just fastwebnet.it. There it is. Just write to me something like it's me, and then I'll start sending you the stuff. Okay.
Okay,
Now
thank you.
we can start the lesson. If you want, what we could do, we could start the lesson today with some of the items of news. We can do 2 or 3 together, and then we can either do watch the video or do the 4th lesson about the language. Okay. So I'm going to share. Okay. Right. This is BBC News. Slowly, 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 I'm getting there. And the audio.
BBC News with more.
Wait. Okay, move you out there so I can see you. And okay. Can you see it properly?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, this is for the student, the new students mainly, because all the other students should have received all this stuff, all the items of news and the exercise and etc. So what we can do, we can start now. Tonight there are 9 items. We're going to do just 2 or 3. When we're tired, we stop. And first of all, the first item, before you listen to the news, underline the correct options, and then we can answer the questions. Okay, so I'm asking you, and you can answer. Survivors who fled al-Fasha in Sudan have described. Which of these 3 would you use?
Who?
Who? Very good. Definitely who. Whose means belonging to them. Okay, the man whose car is parked downstairs. Whom is an object. And so here we need a subject. Have described to witnessing or the witnessing. Very good. Okay. Later on, if you want, because you see that, oh no, this win, no, because they have described, then you using something, okay, so you don't need the article. Maybe their witnessing would have been okay, but not the witnessing. They described what? The action, so witnessing atrocities. Okay, so without the article, because it's not needed. And if you want, maybe you see that very often there is this inform popping up, and sometimes it's quite easy for the students to understand. Other times it's not that easy. We can have a quick review of some what to do with this inform. So they described what? The fact that they were there doing what? Witnessing atrocities as the city fell to, or fell in. Okay. Yes, very good. Fell to. Okay. Fall for. What's the meaning of fall for? If you fall for something, what happens? Yeah, you like it very much. If you fall for someone or something, you love it. Okay, so be in love with it. Or for example, you can also, if you fall for something, someone tries to cheat you and you fall for it, means you believe it. And so also be deceived. Okay. And if you fall in, equal, fall in, imagine there is a military formation and you take your place. And so your place is in the middle and you fall in the middle. Okay, so you take your place in a military formation, or if you fall in something, a building, imagine collapsing inward, inside. Okay, and that's the meaning of fall in. So can be fall to pieces towards the interior, or in a military formation. You take place in a military formation. Okay, so here instead our fall to, in this case you succumb to the enemy. Okay, so fell to the paramilitary rapid support forces last or previous month.
Last month.
Okay, very good. Or is it last is the first one? Yeah. If you want to use previous, maybe you need an article, the previous month. But then you have to, they had fallen the previous month. So even the verb is not correct. In last is not correct. Someone has the audio on, which is causing a sort of an echo. So keep your audio off. So the RSF has denied killing close, nearly or nearing 500. Yes, good. Nearly, yes. Close to. Nearing is more when you getting near something, nearing a place. Okay, here is nearly with a number, and so you need nearly. I was nearing the place I wanted to arrive, nearing my basically my target place, this the town, the city, the village where I wanted to get to. So not nearing, but nearly. 500 patients and staff at the Saudi maternity hospital after the capture, to have captured or capturing. Yeah. Yeah. Remember that after is a nice old preposition, isn't it? And so when you find after followed by a verb in Italian, remember that whatever you find is always in the ing form, because then I'll tell you that the ing form in a way is not a real verb, but is a noun. Okay. In Italian, sometimes you use the infinitive as a noun. In English, very often you use the form. Okay, someone has got the audio on, and I can hear the background noise. So after capturing the city, having captured the city. If you want to have something different, after they, if you put a subject, you change the sentence completely after they had captured the city, okay? So, good, good, good. Now, some questions. True and false. The survivors reported calm conditions in Al-Fasha before they left. Definitely false. And the rapid support forces were accused of committing atrocities. Yes. And the RSF admitted to killing 500 people in the hospital. Very good, is false. Okay, because now you can listen to it. Just tell me if it's loud enough.
BBC News with Moira Alderson.
It's loud enough? Okay, good.
Survivors who fled al-Fasher in Sudan have described witnessing atrocities as the city fell to the paramilitary rapid support forces last month. The RSF has denied killing nearly 500 patients and staff at the Saudi maternity hospital after capturing the city.
Okay. Good, so you see that we got it all correct, and the answers are correct. And now some vocabulary. Remember that even when I send it to you at home to be done as homework, it's quite good for you because I'm going through vocabulary, pronunciation. When I can invent some grammar quizzes, I do. So if you have time, do the exercises. So we have flee because we have fled. Okay. So flee, flee, flee. The meaning of flee, is it A, as someone says already, B, 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 B? Yes. Run away from a place or situation of danger. Remember, when you flee means you're in a hurry, you abandoned everything and you go. Okay. Can you give me a verb for the end of a romantic relationship? A nice phrasal verb. Yes, break up. I'll go like this and like this. Yep. Okay, we have fall to. We saw it before, as in the city fell to, so you should know this one. To be taken or captured by an enemy. Okay, the other disappear entirely, not. And then we have staff. Staff, remember that in English and in Italian, sometimes one word has more than one meaning. Okay, so staff definitely see a group of people who work for an organization or business, yeah, but also very good. It's not a piece of furniture that contains drawers for storing clothes. This is a chest of drawers. Chest of. Okay, this is the name of. Is a chest of drawers. B. A staff is a longer stick. You know, you can use a stick for walking. Staff is longer. Sometimes it can be support, a weapon, or a symbol of authority. Okay, so definitely not component of a weapon, and not this one because it's called chest of drawers. Okay. I was thinking it's possible to send you the PDF of trust. Federica, all the stuff I'm sending you, we are going to do it together. Okay. The only thing which I usually send to students to be done is the news. Because usually we can't finish it off, so I send it to the students with the key. But for example, the lessons on the language, the videos and etc. We will do the video, we will do it together, and so we will correct it together. Okay, it's only the news. Okay. And then we have the pronunciation. This is quite interesting. What do you think in British English? Because I think the Americans sometimes are slightly different, or there are some, I don't know, if you go Australia and etc., pronunciation can vary. So which word rhymes with staff? Is use okay, D, okay, B and C. Okay, remember, staff is nice and long, like half. Okay, this is nice and long, so definitely this one. But look, this is rough. Okay, this is faff, faff in your throat. And this is stuff, like rough. Rough and stuff more or less have the same sound. This one is faff, as in fat, cat. Okay, while this one is rough, stuff. Okay, so the only one which sounds like staff is half. It's good for you. In phonetics, you'll find like this. When you find something like this, okay, you pronounce it with a very long R, as if there was an R after it, but don't pronounce it, as in car, far, bar. You see, it's nice. Father, okay? So staff is pronounced with this. I'll move it here, so, okay. Okay, so it goes with half. Half, remember, the L is silent, so you don't need to pronounce it. So the L goes, and so you get half. Faff. Faff, you know, when you make a faff, you get all agitated over absolutely nothing. Okay, and you start getting agitated, worried, and etc. So you make, basically you get all agitated and you start doing something which is completely useless. Okay, and this is faff. There is no need for all this faff. There is no need for all this. When more than affannato, it's affannato. Sometimes there is a reason why. With faff, there is no reason to be affannato. Okay. Okay, and let's have a look at this other word. This other word, I'm not going to pronounce it for you, and so it's nice. This one. These two words, in your opinion, are they pronounced the same way? Yeah. This flee, when you run away. This is flee. Small insects, which can be extremely annoying. They make you scratch all over the place. You can have, no, they're not flies. They are pulci. Okay. The flea market. You know flea market? El mercatino delle pulci. And so you know what a flea is now. A fly instead is the mosca. And now let's see, remember again, something which is quite important in English is also, we will see when we do the lesson on stress, okay? Generalizing a lot. In Italian, the stress usually, when you pronounce words, goes towards the end. In English, usually goes towards the beginning. Okay, so let's say that 90% of the times in English, the stress goes towards the beginning, while in Italian, 90% of the time, the stress goes towards the end. So let's see, which syllable is stress in the word? Which one? The first, the second, both equally or none? Yeah, the first is patient. When this is very useful, remember, when you look up in the dictionary and you find the phonetics, you see a tiny little apostrophe like this. And remember that this is the marker of the stress. In the word patient, you see that the apostrophe is here. And then, so you know that the stress is at the beginning. Otherwise, sometimes you find it on the second syllable, you know that is before the syllable with the stress, okay? And so it's patient. What's the main difference between this word here and this word here? Is the number of syllables, the stress position, the final consonant sound, or the vowel sound? Yeah. It's C. One ends with a T and the other one ends with an S. This is patience and this one is patient. The rest is exactly the same. Not A. Patience, patient. No, same number. It's just the final, this one T and S. This one is an S. Okay. And now we got the grammar quiz. Okay. You see that the RSF has denied. Okay. Do you deny to do or do you deny doing? If you know this, well, commit doesn't collocate. You don't commit responsibilities. So this is the correct verb form, but is the wrong collocation because you don't commit responsibilities. So is deny doing something, deny taking any responsibility, or even nothing, denied any responsibility for the killing. They're both correct. So remember, deny. When you come across new words, remember something important. You look it up in the dictionary. And for example, let's pretend that you didn't know the meaning of deny. You look it up in the dictionary. Instead of going deny, always look it up in a monolingual dictionary, like the free dictionary online is really good. You have a look and have a look at one sentence representative of the word, okay? And you see, she denied going there. And so you say, okay, I'll remember the sentence instead of trying to remember a rule. You look up for example, ask. You ask someone something for something. And so you know that you ask someone for something. So you know that you don't need the two preposition between ask and someone, but then you need for. And this really helps you a lot, because then when it comes to using it, you don't need to go back and say, oh, let me have a look at the preposition or whether it's followed by the inform or not. And then we have the survivors. They claimed something, so survivors claimed to have witnessed, to having witnessed, to witness, or to witnessing. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, very good. And now we can go to the next one. Listen to the news, fill in the gaps, and answer the questions. Okay, the old students already know that. First, I play it in one go, and then I go back and I stop. So you got time to give me the words. Wait, where's the woman here? Just listen.
In the city. UNICEF says Israel is blocking the entry into Gaza of more than 1 million syringes for child vaccinations. Israel says it's committed to letting in aid under the truce.
Okay, so let me go back. Should be here.
UNICEF says Israel is blocking.
Wait, no, this. Wow, that was good. Very good. Says, okay.
In the city. UNICEF says Israel is blocking the entry into Gaza of.
Very good. The entry into. Okay. So the entry into. Okay, is blocking the end. Again, even if you remember, in English, when people speak, very often, when it comes to prepositions, conjunctions, auxiliary verbs, words which are not vital, the pronunciation becomes extremely quick, okay? And so very often you don't hear them, but you know they're there. And therefore, even if you can't hear into, you know that you need something there. And so Israel is blocking the entry, one must be into Gaza. And so you can guess, basically.
UNICEF says Israel is blocking the entry into Gaza of more than 1 million syringes.
Yeah, very good. It's 1 million syringes.
Of more than 1 million syringes for child vaccinations.
Okay. For child. Very good, yes. And the last bit.
Vaccinations. Israel says it's committed to letting in aid under the truce.
Did you get this? Yes, very good. 8. Answer the truth. Very good. And now we can do a little true false. True false. UNICEF claims Israel is allowing all medical supplies to enter Gaza freely. Is it true or false? And it is false. Because it's blocking, so it's not allowing. And again, the syringes were meant for adult treatment only. It's false because they are for children. And the last one, Israel stated that it is still committed to the truth. Yeah, very good. Now I've got some vocabulary. Aid. Is it a legal document, an assistant or advisor to a public figure, help or assistance? Definitely. Okay. Do you know what a loan is? Yeah. When you go to the bank, you want to buy a new kitchen, and you say, "Can I borrow some money?" And the bank lends you some money, so you take out a loan. Okay. Very good. So then I will ask you, do you know the name of an assistant or advisor to a public figure? Oh no, the morgue is where the morgue, Sylvia, is where you take people who are dead. It's the mortgage. Mortgage. Oops. Okay, there is a loan. A loan, you go to the bank and say, I need to buy a new kitchen. Can you lend me some, I don't know, 5,000 euros? And the bank says, okay. The mortgage, you want to buy a house, okay? And it's a mutuo, okay? One is a loan is a prestito, and mortgage is a mutuo. This assistant to someone said it correctly, and I'm not going to pronounce it because I had a question for you. Okay, in the pronunciation thing. Committed. Committed, the meaning, is it A, showing no prejudice for or against something, or willing to give your time and energy, or be unable to decide between alternatives? Or very good, B. Yeah. If you're committed to something, well, you're very willing to do something. Your time, your energy, your help, and whatever. And now we got something. That's the reason. This is the reason why I didn't want to pronounce it. Find the homophone or homophones for this word. Okay, C A. Yeah, Christine is correct, and Frank is correct. It's only this one. So this one and this one are the same. Okay, this one. Okay, pronounce. If you try to pronounce this one is I. The past, you can I someone means you see this person. In the past, I'd, which is exactly the same as this one. I'd like to go. I'd had something. So this one could be the abbreviation. Wait, I do like this. So I've got this one could be I had, or I would, but the pronunciation is I'd, and this one is the past or the past participle of the verb to I. If you're eyeing someone, you can use it. This one is idle, so it's different to the others. And the meaning of idle? Lazy. Without doing neutral, if you are an American, I say neutral, and the Americans say idle, inactive, no action, you know. So if the car, you can put the car in idle or in neutral, and the Americans say idle and the Brits say neutral. And in this word, the CE sounds like sh, ch, z, or s. Yes. Let's go back to the yellow. Truce. And then this word, United Nations Children's Fund, is pronounced as a single word or by pronouncing each letter individually. Yeah. Oh. It's a single word. Again, remember, there is, if you want to be extremely precise, this word UNICEF is an acronym. Okay. BBC. Okay. This is the big difference, you see. UNICEF is an acronym. So acronyms are those words which are take each letter from the original name, but they are pronounced in one single word, like NASA. Okay, UNICEF. BBC is an initialism because you pronounce it letter by letter. Okay. So, okay. And grammar quiz. Israel says it is committed at providing, for providing, to provide. Okay, very good. It is C. Okay, this is the reason why, and maybe when we decide to stop with the items of news, if you want, I can give you an idea of the reason why sometimes you find some verbs or something which is followed by to, and not to plus infinitive, but to plus the ing form. Because remember, when it's like this, okay, I want to go. Okay, I will explain to you the difference between, you see, I want to go, exactly. To is an indicator for an infinitive. So to go it's one unit, it's all together, okay? But I am used to drinking tea. Stupid sentence. This to is a preposition, and the only time I can give you a rule in English, a grammar rule in English, where you can use it and is 100% correct all the time. Whenever you find a preposition followed by a verb, the verb goes in the ing form because it becomes a noun. Okay? As simple as that. So remember, in this case, I'm used to drinking, and then I'll explain to you why to here is a preposition and here is not. Okay? We can do another couple of maybe. Can you repeat that? Samir, I'll give you. I'll finish another couple of items of news, and then we do the general lesson, and I'll start from the beginning. Okay. But the main idea is when to is an indicator for an infinitive, of course you get the infinitive. When to is a preposition, doesn't matter what. Whenever, for example, if you have preposition like of, by, after, in, on, any preposition followed by a verb, the verb goes in the ing form. That's the reason why whenever you use I'm sick and tired of doing something, you see, or when you use phrasal verb, you carry on. Con is a preposition, doing something. Okay, but but I used to drink, and that's different. I'll give you the lesson in 2 seconds. So UNICEF hopes to resume what? To resume sending, the sending, to send, and some sendings. Yeah, it is okay, because with this one, you need to resume the sendings of medical land, the sendings. You need something between sendings and medic, and then you have these medical deliveries, so the sending of medical deliveries. Okay, so you need something here. Do you want to do number 3, and then I'll give you the explanation? Sending is to resume. Well, sending, okay, sending can be to send, the verb. I am sending you something. Or the sending can also be a noun. It can be either, depending. For example, you see here, use the sendings of material. It's definitely a noun, okay? But sending something to you is used, I'm sending it to you, is used as a verb. So should we do number 3? And then it is the complemento. Yes, it is. Okay, so number 3. Before you listen to the news, and this is to show you that you can guess correctly, you have to fill in the gaps. Prepositions, auxiliaries, conjunctions, whatever you think you can fit in here. Just have a quick look at it, and then you tell me the first word. Yeah, definitely must be the. the world's biggest warship. Exactly. The USS Gerald R. Ford. Who definitely not, because is referred to a ship, okay? Which arrived, but then it's not carrying on. Which arrived Latin America, so probably has. Then you'll see what she says. Has arrived where? In. Okay. Remember, when you arrive, you sit down. Therefore, arrive is not really considered as a verb of motion, because you arrive, you sit down, so you arrive in or you arrive at, one of the two. But instead go, run, walk to a place, because you're moving, okay? So remember, you arrive in or at. So here, arrived in Latin America. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're female. Okay. Yeah, sometimes depending when you refer to a ship, but sometimes you can call it she, okay? But in this case, it joins what? The biggest US military build-up there. For, because it's a period of time. It has been for years and years and years, since 2025, 2024, 2015 or something, okay? So now listen, difference between arrive in and arrive. Well, you arrive at the station. Usually you arrive at a sort of a place like a station, the airport, home. Is not a region here in Latin America. It's not, for example, this is a vast area. It's not a precise location in Latin. Arrived at Paris Station, okay, it's not a definite area, it's just Latin America, big place, so arrived in there, and then arrived at the station. Listen to my friend. Okay, should be here.
Aid under the truce. The world's biggest warship, the USS Gerald R. Ford, has arrived in Latin America. It joins the biggest US military buildup there for decades.
Okay, and so you got it correctly. And now we got this one. True or false? The USS Gerald R. Ford is a submarine. Okay, very good, it's not. The ship's arrival marks a large US military presence in the region. Is it true or false? It is true, because it says here, as around Latin America, it joins the biggest US military build-up there. So definitely. And this military deployment is the first of its kind in history. Very good. It is false because it's not in history in this kind of. the past 10 years. And now we have this build-up. Build up the meaning. Is it a period of excitement and preparation before a significant event? Is it period of gradual, less strenuous exercise after an intense workout? Or a lot of unnecessary anger, worry about a matter that is not important? This is faff. And an increase, especially one that is gradual. Okay, so build up. Yeah, it is definitely D, but can also be A. A build usually you is. I'll just put it here. A build up to something. Usually is a oops. Is a build up to something. Gosh, you start, savoring the idea and you get all excited. And so it's also a period of excitement before something, celebration, whatever, okay? While this one could be the famous faff we were talking about before. Okay. And now we get the pronunciation quiz. This nice word, the stress in this word. As a noun, true or false, the stress falls on the first syllable, and as a verb, the stress falls on the second syllable. Is it true or false? I get one true, one false, one true, one false. It's all the fault is a program on television in Italy is false. Because remember that report is the same whether you use it as a noun or as a verb. It's one of those. You report something and you write your report, okay? And report, the sort of the stress is more or less here. Okay, report. Never ever report. That is always wrong. So the stress is here. And we're nearly finished. Okay. The US General Ford aircraft carrier entered to, has entered, entering into, would have entered waters near Latin America. Which one? B, 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 B. Someone says C. It's B. Remember that with the verb to enter a place. Okay, you use enter without a preposition when you enter a physical space. Okay, and so you enter a building, you enter a room. You don't need a preposition. If you enter into something, enter into something is more for contracts, agreements, competitions, because you enter into. Okay, so put competition, agreement, so that they're not real, they're more sort of abstract situations, okay, while physically you can enter a place or a room or a space, okay, while you enter into a competition. An agreement means you agree with this and you put your signature, okay. Now let me see. Do you want to do another one, or should we go straight to the the grammar explanation? You tell me. I mean, we got time for the grammar explanation. We got time for another one. Okay. One more grammar. Okay. There's still a point on item. Have I missed something? Oh, yes, sorry. Okay, I'll finish this. Number two. Number two there is being a steady build-up of US troops in the region from late August, or there was and etc., or there has been and since. Okay. Or there is a steady build-up. Okay. Definitely this one. Okay. Late August is the moment in time in the past where you focus your attention and you start having a look at the time. And so you need since. Okay. So in the region, since it started in late August, and then it started progressing towards the moment I'm speaking now. So in English, remember that when something starts in the past and it carries on, developing up to the moment when I'm speaking and we're all still alive, okay, you need the present perfect. So there has been a steady build up because it started in August, okay. It carried on and is still carrying on now. Maybe it's going to stop in a second, but at the moment it's all there and it's still happening. And so there has been. You can say there is a steady build-up of US troops in the region, full stop. Then you're stating a fact if you use the present. Remember that when you use the present, you're stating a fact. It's something, well, I go to school every morning. I'm small. I'm 25. I have 2 children. You see, you just with the present, you're just stating a fact. You're not doing anything else. It's something you usually do, always do, all the time. While with the present perfect, you have a moment when you start, and you emphasize the fact that you're still here and you're still alive, and you might even carry on. Okay. And so, okay, let me see if this one is, yeah, this one is quick. Let's do this one, and then I'll give you the explanation. So listen to the news, fill in the gaps, and answer the questions. First, listen.
For decades. Ukraine's top military commander has said the situation has significantly worsened in the Zaporizhia region after a Russian breakthrough in the area. Battles also continue to rage in Pokrovsk in the nearby Donetsk region.
Okay, now I'm going back.
The world's biggest warship, the USS Gerald R. Ford, has arrived in Latin America. It joins the biggest US military buildup there for decades. Ukraine's top military commander has said this.
Very good. Commander.
Ukraine's top military commander has said the situation has significantly worsened in the Zaporizhia.
Okay, has. Very good. it has to be worsened, because if you say it is, no, it has worsened, because you see, you have this. And so it's linked to that. Okay, very good.
Significantly worsened in the Zaporizhia region after a Russian breakthrough in the area.
Very good, yes. Breakthrough in the area.
Region after a Russian breakthrough in the area. Battles also continue to rage in Pokrovsk.
Continue to, did you get that? Yeah, very good. Yes. To rage. Then we see the meaning.
Russian breakthrough in the area. Battles also continue to rage in Pokrovsk in the nearby Donetsk region.
Yeah, very good. Nearby Donetsk region. Very quickly, this true false. Ukraine's commander said the situation has deteriorated significantly. Very good. And Russian troops advancing in the area caused the situation to become worse. Definitely. And Pokrovsk does not belong to the Donetsk region. And this is false because this place is in the region, definitely. Let's see, a breakthrough. Is it a setback, a major development, a small issue, or a retreat? Yeah, breakthrough is something major, development, change, so something which changes the situation or develops something quite in a major way. Rage as a verb means fade away, slowly come to life, slow down abruptly, or continue violently. It is. Rage means, when you're very, very, very angry. You can feel the rage mounting. You start losing it. Okay. It's what we in Italian, ira. Okay. And my old students know that you can have. Do you know road rage? Rap rage. Have you, this word, road rage, imagine you spend your life in traffic and one morning you really, really lose completely and you start killing the other motorists. That's serious road rage. Rap rage, when sometimes you buy those, very often there are those electrical things which are sealed into plastic and you cannot open it properly. And then you go and get a hammer and you start smashing the thing to pieces. Computer rage. Your computer keeps on playing up and you go crazy and you throw it out of the window. Sidewalk or pavement rage, the American call it sidewalk. When people in front of you keep on slowing down, you are in a hurry, you cannot overtake them, and you really feel like pushing these people and to be run over under a car. So this is when you actually lose your temper in a major way. Okay. And true or false, we have this, if something true or false is all the rage, is it true that it's very popular and fashionable? Okay. It's all the rage. Have you ever heard the expression? So no. If something's all the rage, you go crazy for it. It is very popular, very fashionable. Very often, it's the idea is that this being popular and fashionable won't last a furore. Very good, Nicoletta. That's the exact translation. Usually, el furore del momento is temporary. But if it's all the rage, everybody goes crazy. Okay. And the word rage rhymes with A, B, C, or D? Yeah, cage. It's very similar to D, because this one is cage, this one is large, edge.
Rage, layer, large, edge, range.
Range is quite similar. Yeah, rage and range is not bad, but cage and rage, they rhyme better. And the N in this word is silent. Is it true or false? It is false. Worsen, you pronounce it. And the last bit is the grammar quiz. The US military is planning to increase it's, there, it's, or there. Okay. Can I just, is, so must be it. If I had said the US military are planning to increase, there is planning to increase it. Okay. And the conflict has worsened from, for, in, until. Good. Lovely. Now we can have a quick explanation. I think, let me see, because I had. So what you can do, I'm going to send you this for the new students. I'm going to send you number 5, 6, 7 up to 9. At the very end, I'll put the key for self-correction, so you can correct it all by yourself. So I'm keeping this one, and I'm moving you out a bit. Let me see. Oops. Okay. Oh gosh, someone has got a cough. Poor you. The flu is around and it's really bad, really bad. My poor daughter, she has had 38 temperature for the past 5-6 days. So, the explanation is, okay, remember one thing, you know that, okay, I'm sorry, it's all right, Federica, poor you. Remember that there are verbs which are followed by the so-called in clause, and verbs which are followed by the to infinitive. Okay. Very often, I mean, the best thing to do, remember, is when you study new verbs, new vocabulary, look up in the dictionary, have a look and see the way it is used in English, okay? Because it's not very easy. For example, you find the verb mind and you think, oh, wait a minute, I mind doing, okay? I finished doing, but I want to do, okay? The thing is that the most difficult thing is to understand when to is used as a preposition, because if we say, okay, let's do it here. Carry on. You know that on is a preposition because you know it can't be anything else, okay? And so you know automatically that doing. You find by, and again, you know is a preposition. But when you find to, you don't really know how to distinguish. Is it to the indicator for the infinitive or to my preposition? So the first thing to remember that a gerund in English, its real function is a noun. Don't stop thinking of the gerund as a verb. Give it the idea more of a noun, okay? So if you do that, then the way to understand whether my to is an indicator for the infinitive or a preposition is to see if you can put a noun after the word to in the sentence. And if you can, and the sentence makes sense, then you should use a gerund, okay? Because I have my to preposition, my gerund, which is a noun, because prepositions are always followed by nouns, even in Italian. Il libro di Maria, io vado a scuola, questo è per Luigi, sì, non dici questo, you don't use preposition probably before a real verb, okay? And so if you can, the sentence makes sense, then you should use a gerund. If not, means that is a simple indicator of an infinitive. Because you see, here I say to is a preposition and to is a part of the infinitive. Remember that, as I told you before, if I say I want to go home, wait, I'll make it big so you can see it. I want this to go is a unit, because I mean, if I ask you, give me the infinitive of the verb walk, you say to walk. And so, you know, this goes all together. While if it's a preposition, I get my preposition to and my nouns. They're two separate things. So Let's have a look at this sentence, which I love because it's very clear. Lara devoted a life to the poor. Okay, you see that? I can put the poor after Lara, after to. I can say Lara devoted her life to something, to a cause, to the poor, to the rich, whatever you want. So you see, you can put a noun after to. The sentence makes sense, and therefore you need a noun. And how do you use a verb in English with the meaning of a noun? You use a gerund. And therefore, Lara devoted her life to helping the poor. To doing something, to giving money around, whatever, you see, because this is helping, and and this is too. And they are separate. One is a preposition. You can say Lara devoted her life to something, to eating potatoes. You can put something, you see. Let's have a look. Lara decided to. Is the sentence kind of... Oh, yes, you can. Wait a minute. Lara devoted her life helping. Well, not with devoted. You need devoted my life to doing something. You can do it like this. Okay. Lara spent her life helping. But this is slightly different. The poor. Okay. You see, exactly. She spent her life. I spent my life doing what? But this is the same in Italian. Io ho passato la vita a fare che cosa? Facendo che cosa? Helping the poor. So it's different because the verb is different. The verb doesn't. I spent my life, because you spend your life or you spend your time doing something. Okay. While here she devoted her life to something. Okay. In this case, to helping the poor. If we go back here, Lara decided to. Okay. Could you say Lara decided to the poor? It doesn't make sense. And therefore means that this to belongs to whatever verb you decide to use after. So Lara decided to help the poor. Okay. Are you all with me? Is it clear? Because sometimes it's, it's not very clear, but at least because I know that very often in grammar books, you find things like to look forward to plus ing form, to be used to plus ing form, to use to plus infinitive. But you don't know why. At least now you know that there is a reason why. So consider to look forward to. Okay. Yes, if you know, you're right, Mario. To look forward to, apart from the fact that is a phrasal verb, so fantastic, doesn't matter, is a phrasal verb, and so I know that I need, this is a preposition, and therefore Juliana told me that after preposition, whatever happens, I need the inform, but look, they are looking forward to the party. You see, you can put a noun. I'm looking forward to your response. Again, even a possessive and the noun. And therefore, I look forward to hearing from you. Because it's a preposition. They're looking forward to meeting you. So remember, infinitives can be used as nouns, just as gerunds are used as nouns. However, it is important to remember that the word to is included in the infinitive. I'm here, I put two different colors, while here I put one color to get them together. Remember, if I ask you the paradigm of a verb, you say to go, went, gone. Okay, and to go, one word, is the infinitive. And so, whereas to is not part of a gerund, because to is the preposition and my gerund is my noun. Okay, so in the sentence, to help the poor was Lara's desire from an early age. Lara wanted one thing in life, to help the poor. You see, to help is used as a noun, but to is part of the infinitive, not a separate grammatical. You see, Lara wanted one thing in life, to help the poor. I use it as one structure, okay? Or I put it at the beginning. Lara's desire was to help the poor. You could also say helping the poor. Okay. And this is the reason why, do you remember before someone said, I'm used to what? I'm used to something. I'm used to is a preposition. Okay. I'm used to animals. I'm used to potatoes. I'm used to tea. And therefore, I'm used to something. I'm used to driving on the left. But when I was young, can you say I used to potatoes? No. And so I used to drive because it's an infinitive. And now you see the difference between I used to, when I was young, I used to. You can't say I used to animals. I used to potatoes and etc. You cannot use a noun, therefore is a real infinitive. While here, I'm used to tea at 5 o'clock, so I'm used to drinking tea at 5 o'clock. So, you see, look forward, think back to, face up to, that get round to. I'm very sorry, I didn't get around to giving you a decent explanation. Because they're all prepositions, okay? And I'll send you all this. I'll send you some common verbs followed by the enclosed. These are something common, okay? If you want, maybe next time we could do the difference in English, in British English, there is a difference between you like to do something, you like doing something. We can do that if you want, okay? So I hope this is clear. I'm going to send it to you. I'm saving everything. I'm going to do this. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm going to send you, okay, adding my email. Okay, De Pasquale. Okay, I'll get the. Okay, I'm going to do a paste and copy, or a copy and paste. It takes a bit of time because it's quite a long one. So I'll see you on Thursday, and have a nice evening, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, okay,
See
bye.
you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Ciao a tutti. Grazie.
Bye. Ciao.
Ciao
Okay,
ciao.
bye. I'm still doing the paste and copy. It'll be until tomorrow.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, I'll start from here. Okay.